live, you
Don't go live.
never go live, and you miss some of the good stuff that could happen. So we here on the Savage Circle. Right now, it's a Savage Triangle because we got myself. You know what I mean? We got DUI, and we have a good friend Fabric. Yeah, it's right. So we're just chilling. Doing our thing. We had a good meal. We had a good meal. That is from.
I really could go home and just go to sleep.
I, I mean, like I have. I guess I have that luxury. Uh, yeah.
I can sleep drive home. It's not far.
Oh wow. Well, that's kind of dangerous, but hey.
Yes, everyone.
I see. I see. I still think so, but hey, what do I know? I'm just that guy. You know what I mean? We have a
Oh,
lot
look
happen.
who's in our chat.
I didn't even like. You see, that's one thing
Okay,
I need to get
Fab,
work.
you need to
Yeah,
accept the link and jump on. It's been a while.
yeah. I'm gonna send you that link, and there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean? We can chop it up and talk about tomorrow. We could talk about the events leading in tomorrow. We are trying to get the host of Fally Under Five in the chat room right
We can
now.
also talk about where else she works too.
Yeah, we gotta. We could have a conversation about things.
There's multiple things going on across multiple cultures and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow is going to be a big day, but we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about today because that's what we're doing. Did you just get booted or did you bounce out? Wow, that is so garbanzo. Okay, so
It could be the internet cord. I don't know. I can't.
it might be plugging out. You know what? It could be plugging out.
Yeah, I can't quite reach it.
Okay, let me get that. Dinner was delicious, including the vegetables, including but not limited to the vegetables.
Oh, the vegetables were delicious. Some nice roasted, crunchy carrots.
Yep, that's. We had some peppers, had some asparagus, easy to digest asparagus. All right,
Don't worry, Fallon. When you come, we're going to be loading up at least on a bag of
Scale Farms.
small scale farms veggie bag to go with our barbecue.
Info at smallscalefarms.ca is where you can get information on small scale farms and their delicious array of vegetable and fresh farm packages.
Yeah, I had actually mine was delivered yesterday.
Yeah,
I had my bag delivered yesterday,
yeah,
so it
that's.
fills up a nice chunk of my fridge.
I am thinking I'm gonna have to. It's just a matter of coordinating. Every time I hear about a new program, I have to sort out. I have to juggle how I'm going to incorporate it into my current system. And this is one that more and more I'm hearing about, and I'm trying to direct as much traffic there as possible. I just have to, and I've been there. The foods are fresh and they're crisp. So
And it's delivered right to my house.
yeah, that's the benefit. Like especially with things the way they are right now. Hey, hey,
The only bad
understand?
thing was the other strawberries got stolen the other week.
Yeah, man.
My
How do you
favorite
steal?
strawberries.
How do you steal from a like basically a charity?
Yeah,
Well, not
all you would have had
a
to do
charity.
is go knock on the door and say, "Hey, do you can like I need help,"
You know
and
what I
then
mean?
they would have went, "How much help do you need? Here you go."
Yeah. Um. It. I don't know if it's showing you right now. It's not showing your volume. I'm not sure if it's picking. No, I just closed you and opened you back. So again. Okay, so take this and mic up. So I'm not just talking to myself on the live. Did he?
Yep.
Huh. Well, that's glitching.
Left and came back.
Okay. There you go. All right, now we're seeing you on the camera.
I don't know what's going on with it.
This is funky. Come on now, Restream.io. Is it because we didn't drop a plug? Restream.io has been bringing you more than just the Savage Circle
Maybe next week we'll reset the modem.
before we start.
Yeah, because by the time we get to the
Yeah.
end of our day, like you might want to do that tomorrow before you get everybody on for
Oh,
savagery.
yeah, that's a good look. As a matter of fact, remind me when we're done. and I will do that then because actually,
First thing in the morning, for like 5 minutes and plug it back in. Give it a good reset.
okay, Google, set reminder to refresh router tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And
Very
that's the
nice.
whole point of artificial intelligence, to pick up where you left off. You know what I mean?
Back to my regular comment is that we need Fallon in with us.
Yeah, man. What's good? Like, we're not trying to peer pressure you into having a good conversation, but she's here. She's here, and we're having conversation with her in there. But yeah. What else we got going on here? Valley Under Five is available on many podcast
Didn't she
stations.
just release one this week?
She released one this week that was talking about the 1 year anniversary of the peaceful demonstration organized by Justice for Black Lives. And
I apologize. I didn't get a chance to listen to it. As you know, my week's been pretty full since the signing of the mass grave. I've been kind of,
yeah, yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Um, that was me trying to get this fly. You're gonna be seeing that throughout the whole show, and I will victoriously raise my hand and potentially this title when I get it. Okay, just so you know in advance, so there's no hijinks. You know what I mean? So you know that's where I'm headed. Um, anyways, yeah, big ups to small scale farms because they're doing a massive thing. Like I said in the issue 7, it was small scale, big hearts.
yep.
Yeah, it was 7 because issue 8 featured poems. Issue 9
And they were on the Candid Conversations.
kind of conversations. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You need to get Renee back on again.
yeah, yeah. I think like Renee, Sherry, and Fallon need to have a
I
group
think we need
conversation with me, you, and
I
Joe.
think we should try and drag Renee out too, so we can just have a big veggie.
Hey man, I ain't dragging no woman anywhere. I'm gonna ask them politely and see if they want to attend though. I just being me. I just being me. All right, but yeah, no, I like that idea. Like, no, I
If
like
we're gonna
whatever.
use their product, why not have a representative?
Of course, like we're talking about Solicious and getting them out, getting him out here. You know what I mean? Eventually, yeah, because people can't behave themselves appropriately and conduct themselves in a manner that, even though it doesn't befit them or benefit them immediately, will in the long term.
Yeah, well,
It's all good. That's just
you
my
know,
opinion.
there's been a lot of that, and I really don't want to divulge into it, but you know what I mean. It's like I said, it's the generation of me. It's the whole.
Me
It's
for
not affecting me, so why should I care?
bro, and I didn't even get to talk about this with my daughter because I kind of let it go. I'm at the grocery, not the grocery store, the corner store the other day, and I'm making my purchase, and one of my purchases involves the lotto machine, right?
Mhm.
So the one cashier sees the other cashier checking my lotto and knows that she's gonna have to check the lotto. And as my cashier goes to the lotto docket, the other cashier zips around and just intercepts. I'm just sitting here like, okay, I get it. This guy comes here more often than I do. That must be what it is. But is there no there's is there no order of operations? Like, was she not, as
Generation of me, man.
me being
It's
there first, does that not allow me the eligibility to get my transaction processed first? What if I had somewhere to go in a hurry? I guess don't buy the lotto, right?
like I said, buddy. It's that generation of if it does not affect me, I don't care about your product.
Oh, Snapdragon with a bubble on top. We are gonna have
I think if her
we are gonna
one
have
all of a
Fallon Shaw
sudden
join us,
hold
ladies
on
and gentlemen.
hold on. 1 minute she said she had too much sun. Next minute we start talking about the generation of me, and all of a sudden she wants on.
Is it?
There may be a situation, maybe
I don't know. Like,
possibly. I don't
I
know.
just hope you're not trying to say that she's like trying to make it about her. Because if she does, I wouldn't blame
No,
her.
hell no, not this woman.
I wouldn't blame. I wouldn't blame her at all. Still, I'm just
No, no,
saying.
no, no, no. This is a woman that we try and give props up to and tells us to shut up.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It happens.
That's definitely not her.
Nah.
But she may have came across a situation that was similar to yours or the situation I had this week where,
People are just disregarding life experiences and expecting others to just be complacent with, their ignorance. Nah, B.
Look what the Niagara Regional Police Services posted. I shared it. They decided to take a screenshot of one of the messages that they received through their messenger about the
For
Amber Alert.
yeah, yeah,
Fucking idiots. Like, it saves a life. Shut up.
yeah. No, I'm sorry if.
Do
Listen,
you get
man.
it? Here's my question: if you hear a siren go by, an ambulance, do you go out and scream out your front yard at them?
You see, like, I'm just saying, it's just ignorant in general to complain about something that's designed to save the well-being of a child. Shut up! Your phone's going off for like 45 seconds. Take the 45 seconds to look. For all you know, you could have seen something that would have helped. That's the whole point of the thing going off. We're gonna get savage, ladies and gentlemen. Savage. Let me get this savage circle thing up here. Now, my problem is like, if you're gonna complain about something that could ultimately end up helping you if you have the requirement of that service, like, what is the big deal? And further to that, why?
This is my question. Okay, Amber Alert, awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, you want to blow my phone up because a child is missing or in danger? Go ahead, doesn't bother me.
you know what I mean?
Okay, now the people that are complaining, are you going to forfeit your right if that happens to you?
Savage.
Are you going to let them do that Amber Alert on your behalf for your well-being, or are you going to complain about it again?
Savage.
I have a feeling if you are going to complain about this shit, you should forfeit your right to use it.
Savage. That's how we get down. How to get down, ladies and gentlemen. No, you're not. Okay, it's like it goes back to this age old thing that I've been talking about. For the longest time, I was complaining about the road and how it needed to be built, restructured, and built up. So, what point would it be for me to complain about the road needing to be fixed and then complain about the process by which the road is fixed? You can't have both. You either don't want the road to be fixed or you want it to be fixed, and you have to put up with the stuff that it takes to get it fixed, which is delays and rerouting and stuff like that. Like it only makes sense. Like in the last 9 years, they pretty much rebuilt this section of Welland, and they're not done yet. Like there's still a whole lot to come in here. People are like, oh, Welland, turn up your nose like someone just passed gas close to your eyelids.
I make fun of Welland
Yeah,
affectionately.
uh,
Affectionate.
yeah. Well, you're a Niagara boy. Well, you came down to Niagara, so
I'm a city boy, so I
yeah.
know how areas work. I'm from Toronto. I'm from Scarborough.
I was born in St. Catharines and raised in Toronto. So, for me, I think I'm more of a Torontonian than a Niagara counterpart, but I still identify.
Niagara feels like a borough of Toronto, really. When you come around here, like
It's like Welland is like
Niagara Falls isn't a big city.
I compare Welland to like Oshawa. I don't know if you're familiar with the East End.
Niagara Falls itself is not big. Welland's not big itself.
No,
When
it's
you
like
get to the Niagara
55,000.
region and you drive around and you meet the different people from the different regions, it kind of reminds me of Toronto.
Uh,
Every little town has its own little funk. Every little town has its own little niche. You know what I mean? Just like Toronto. Toronto's great. Every fucking block's a new freak. You know what I mean?
oh man, yeah. Well, yeah, Toronto's the different demon entirely than out here. I think like I've seen more culture shocking moments in Toronto than I have out here in the sense of the expressions. Like, I mean, you got like the whole Gerard Jarvis area.
Oh, I used to have
You have that whole area, and I'm telling you right now, I had a friend who went to the school that should have its name changed because of the complications that he created in the process of building an educational system. Take that. And like I would stop by their dorm. And when I was there, oh fuck, I forgot where I was going because of that last controversy. But when I was there was just like I'd walk through different sections and like you'd see the most flamboyant stuff.
The school was there. When I grew up,
Yeah.
and was down that area growing up, that wasn't there yet.
Okay.
Like you had Chinatown, and then you had the Jarvis area, the Don Valley growing up until even 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I think it was it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, but like, okay, there we go. There we go. All right, you just heard, you didn't hear it, but like we heard it. But oops, ladies and gentlemen, well, I got that. All right. How you doing?
Oh, I had a day. I was at the beach today, so I'm feeling a little sunstroke.
Okay. Well, we'll help absorb some of that positive energy from you. All right.
Yeah, it was
Okay, I gotta get my headphones on. Yeah. Okay. So let me turn this back up. Oh, Shirkston. Okay.
Yeah,
That was the first
it was
place I
like
square danced.
I actually never square danced there. I don't even know if I've ever danced there. But
Oh,
we went there today, and it was like pandemic didn't exist, and it was kind of nice.
okay. That's good.
I mean,
Awesome.
like people were still socially distancing, but it just I don't know. It seemed a little more normal. It was kind of nice.
Every Saturday here, it feels there's no pandemic.
Yeah. That's so good. I mean, it sounds like we're heading towards a degree of normalcy, which is very refreshing. I was gonna say reassuring.
Yeah,
Eating the same thing over and over again. That's insanity.
yeah. Can you guys hear me all right with these headphones on, or should I take them off?
No,
Yeah, no, we can hear you good. I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing Jay, but
Okay,
that's because
that
me
I'm.
can be
too.
fixed. That's easy. That's real easy.
There we
There we
go.
go. There's that
That's real
bassy
easy.
tone.
It's in
There's
the
that
house.
bassy tone. All right. So yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I think we were outside for the barbecue portion of the day, so we didn't catch some of your messages. But thank you for being an active participant in whatever we're doing.
No, I love it.
Fallon and Charlotte are our two biggest supporters and two of my favorite people.
Wait a minute. We have another addition to the conversation. So we have two people on location. We have Memoirs of a Mustache joining us.
Mr. Peebles,
Hello.
another one of my favorite people.
Hello.
How many people can you have on this? Like how many
10.
before it's like too much?
10 in total.
Yeah. Okay, he bounced out, but this is a
He's
little bit of
probably
practice. Yeah, this is probably a little bit of practice for tomorrow because we are going to be having a roundtable discussion. Oh my goodness. It's like this is something that I've been looking forward to for the last couple of weeks, but it's been in the making for the better part of the last year.
Well, we talked about it like 6 months ago or 7 months ago. I know it was winter, and it was just like we talked about like what's coming up in the good weather, and I'm glad it's happening.
Yeah, it would have been nice if it could have had like the cookout and the street performances and the street art and you know what I mean, like all of that stuff.
Coming though. That stuff's coming. Today I was
Yeah.
talking to my friends, and I was just like, we need to have like a big reunion, like like one big family reunion, but it's like all your chosen family and everybody, because it just feels it feels like we're getting to the end of it.
She's here you're here on the 3rd, right?
Pardon?
On the 3rd. We're on the 1st. Remember how we were talking about doing another one of those nostalgia shows?
He can't hear anybody.
You gonna handle that?
Yeah.
One of the nostalgia shows we were planning on doing.
Glasses on.
There we go.
Here we go. Memoirs of a Mustache.
Yeah. The
Can you
camera's
hear
pointing
me,
away from him.
It won't let me type. What the fuck?
Okay, here, I'll type it. Hold on. Check your settings.
Ask me if he has headphones. But anyways.
Okay, so
No, so my partner's like, she had a little too much sun. I wore a hat today because I can't handle the headaches. I just can't at the end of the day from the too much sun. So she's inside the air conditioning, and I was like, I can't. It's so nice out, like the wind and just.
What's too much sun? I think I've hit
Oh, when
that once in my life.
you're blonde, like she's blonde, really fair skin, so like too much sun, it hits. It's like within half an hour, I'm like, you've had way too much sun.
Okay.
My grandson is almost translucent. He's so pale.
Yeah, well, when she was a little kid, she looked like the Children of the Corn, you know. So if I had a kid, I'd be chasing them around with sunscreen, making them wear like full fishing gear.
My grandson has special pants, special hats. He has like sun UV shirts and all sorts of crap.
They have a lot of cool stuff now as far as like protecting people from the solar energy.
Yeah, I was telling my second oldest that because her daughter, my third grandchild, 6 weeks old, has an underdeveloped stomach, a bovine allergy.
Well, you know, technically everybody's got the bovine allergy because we're not feeding cows.
Yeah, but it's even if my daughter eats meat, like bovine meat, and she breastfeeds, the baby still has an irritation to it.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, yeah, when your sister was that age, because she had the same problems, an underdeveloped stomach, and we didn't know back then it was a bovine allergy because that was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You're welcome, kid. You're old.
I'm pretty sure my niece had a bovine allergy at that they found out when she was like a year and a half or something.
Yeah, back when my oldest was born, they didn't know anything about that. It was just you got to stick through it. Now they have medication that can help and special diets to figure it out.
I haven't actually. Sorry to interrupt, but I actually haven't been on the Savage Circle before.
No, this is your first time.
I've been on the Tyrell Effect. I've been on Candid Conversations. I'll be on Exposed North tomorrow and Savage Circle today. What am I missing? Oh, and technically I can't be on Daddy Daughter Time because, you know, like that's just not a show for guests.
Well, you could be on. You could be on Tough Talk.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I actually like that you and your friend talk about some interesting stuff.
Yeah, we get into it sometimes. I'm still fighting for my title. I will reclaim it because I am the champion of the people. And,
I've crashed that party a few times already.
Yes. Well, you're kind of always like in the area.
Yeah,
I like how
yeah, we got a good team going.
We have some fun. Always do.
Yeah.
I think she froze up.
I think so, but
that's okay.
yeah, Memoirs of a Mustache. I think he's gonna try closing down his browser windows and then coming back in.
I don't know what happened with him.
Why does my name say something that isn't my name?
I don't know. She can't hear either now, so she may have to restart. Or are we doing something? Something going on?
Oh yeah, there she is. She's back.
I can hear now.
Okay.
Okay, I told Restream not to fuck with one thing, and they fucked with it.
Yeah, well, hey, bro. Listen, man, I'm still waiting for the ability to name my show or the shows after the like name the download after the show that I'm on. Still can't do that, so we're waiting.
Tell me a little bit about these streaming programs because there's StreamYard. What is this one we're on? Restream.
Restream, yeah.
There's a bunch of different ones. Now, are these things that were pre-developed before, or did they kind of develop during all of this COVID? Because I know there wasn't that.
Restream's been around, I think, for 5+ years.
Yeah, it's just more known now because of the I've been using it for at least a year. I think I was using it for like a year and a half, maybe before the pandemic.
Yeah, because like all of these programs started kind of not popping up, but really starting to be utilized.
Yeah, Zoom's been around forever.
Yeah, but Zoom, for as long as it's been around, when they first, when like everything happened and people had to start using it more, there was a lot of bugs in that program. Like people could just jump on and hack and say whatever they wanted. It was intense.
The hell is that?
Okay.
Man,
Yeah,
your
this
neighborhood
kid's
makes some
upset.
weird noises sometimes. Those children.
Yeah, I'm telling you, fam.
Kids are so funny.
Yeah.
They don't realize, they don't know how loud they are.
Oh, I'm telling you. And when the height of summer hits, there's like, oh my gosh. And now there's so much more kids in the neighborhood. But you're looking at anywhere from like 4 to 14 kids out there at the same time. And you know how it goes. One's going to be loud and then get louder over the other. But the way I see it is, as long as there's kids having fun, there's a good vibe. You know what I mean? Like,
who's this gentleman?
This gentleman, where? Oh shoot, ladies and gentlemen, Gravely James.
Hey, what's up?
I've never met this man before. How are you?
Good. How are you? I saw your link and I was like, oh, I should click on this thing. This is cool.
Yeah.
You're alive.
Yeah, you're alive right now. So this man is part of the reason why I performed at TAPS. Actually, my first show at TAPS, he was the one who brought me on stage to do a freestyle for one of his sets.
Oh, the infamous freestyle that you always talk about.
Yes. This is the man who led me down that road. So
it was a tasty freestyle, let me tell you.
I keep hearing about it.
It was a groovy rhythm. I had to chop it up. You know what I mean? It was great.
Yeah.
We also have Fallon Shaw, DJ Fally Fowls here.
She can flow pretty good herself.
Yeah, she's got some bars. We got DUI and our the mascot for Explosive North, Fabric.
I have a lot of names.
Amazing.
Fabric's really good. That's a good name.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know what? I'll tell you right now, you were a close second. You were a close second because I was gonna name him Luther Kingston. I was looking at Luther. I was looking at Luther Kingston for a minute, and then just like, yeah.
Don't worry, there's gonna be another one that has to be anyway soon.
Yeah.
I think Fabric has to reach out to Ed the Sock sometime.
Hey, I have hookups with Ed the Sock.
Hey, if you can make that happen, that would be legend.
That should definitely happen.
You know who has the good hookup is Aaron Byzantine from the Viz show.
Really? Okay.
You know her. You've been like,
I went to school with her.
Yeah, so Aaron's got
back in 2004.
She's got some hookups with Ed the Sock.
Oh, dude, Fabric's got to meet him. They gotta say hello.
They gotta chop it up for a bit.
Yeah,
you're here. What?
Generation.
Yeah, definitely. I remember that like it was yesterday. Oh, Lee.
Remember what?
Ed the Sock.
Remember Master?
Yeah, he's still active. Actually, he has a whole new
he was the best.
Ed the Sock now has a whole music website that he now.
Yeah.
He's coming back with a vengeance.
Okay. Yeah, he is.
So then we gotta organize something. We gotta make this happen because like
the last time I saw Ed the Sock is when he came through the falls. What was that, 4 or 5 years ago?
Okay. I haven't seen him in a good minute. Like I haven't been on cable television in a while.
I heard he started a family, had a couple ankle socks, started seeing this chick.
Yeah, I think his new in-laws is the insult comic dog.
Yeah. I love that dog.
Yeah. He bought a shoe with his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're living in
boots so you can keep
the boot.
Yep, they're living in the boot.
Oh my goodness. So, can I ask everybody a question?
Yep.
Yes.
what when you're not doing this on a Saturday night, what do you guys get up to? Like what goes on after live?
I mean, like, I'll take that first, and I think it might be like I'm thinking personally. Usually, I'd be at a performance, and I'd either be watching him on stage or going on stage shortly after him. So, yeah.
But in pandemic time, is it just like family night, watch a movie?
Oh, in pandemic time. Oh,
I've been playing
man,
a lot of video
pandemic
games.
A lot of videos.
Video games, writing music, making videos.
Yeah. The magazine really.
Stuff. Yeah. I think it's cool that you got the zine to kind of like, I mean, not that you don't have other shit you're doing, but you've got the zine to kind of like you're always having to come up with fresh stuff because of the
Yes.
fact of the zine. So it's always keeping you accountable, or keeping you like bringing in the fresh stuff. I love that because it makes
Yeah.
what you're doing like this enterprise. It's great.
I'm humbled by the acknowledgement of that, because I do it because it's fun. I'm not the only one doing this, and I like talking about
I know.
positive things. I like talking about positive things, and there's a lot of people out here that are doing something significant that needs some attention. I mean, From Steve Shed has made numbers, like, you know what I mean, like ridiculous, and put Gravely in a good position to kind of, you know, call some attention to Port Colborne and the artists that are out there as well. Because
James,
yeah, no problem. I see this stuff. I'm watching, bro. I'm watching. So,
I used to jam in Port Colborne.
Man. I miss Glenn.
I want to move
yeah,
there.
man. Yeah.
I used to be part of a band from Port Colborne.
Okay.
I think Port's a nice place.
Was it?
A metal, really big
That's where
surprise.
Gord's
A
from.
metal band.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I'm looking. Hey, if anybody, you know what? I'm going to use this opportunity. I am looking for a frigging apartment. Now, I never thought that would be one of the hardest things to ever do. It's been impossible to find somewhere that, you know, like we're looking all over the region. Like I don't really want to leave Niagara Falls itself, but the amount of money they're trying to charge for like basement apartments, like $1,800 plus.
It's crazy.
I just saw
I
a
can't-
bachelor for $1,100.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I'd rather go move to Welland. No offense to Welland, but Welland or Port Colborne or Port Colborne, where I'm gonna get maybe a backyard, 2 bedrooms for the same price. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
If
live in
you-
a studio. I can't. So if anybody knows, let me know. Let your boy David know. Let Jay know. They'll get back to me because my partner and I need to
Where
find
I live, we are currently in the middle of waiting for court systems to play out.
Fally Saves the World at Instagram. But you know what? It's time for the world to save Fally, because she's done a lot of stuff out here.
I need a place where, because I could create even more and do even more if I was feeling super comfortable and happy at home, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's really hard. That's probably why I like being outside so much, because I don't feel like I have like that place yet.
I had this argument earlier this fucking week.
Yeah, it was
Somebody commented because I'm going to touch on it for a minute. I'm going to do my rant.
Yeah, here we go. Hold on. Let me get that graphic. Okay, let's go.
Somebody posted something about the water problem in the indigenous communities. It is horrible. It is.
Was it a white person?
Destructive. It's. I'm not even getting on to that. I'm just. After the week I had, anyways, talking to elders I know and some chiefs from out west I know and everything. Anyways, they posted about water, and I'm like, you want to post the rest of the information about this. It is horrible that these reserves don't have water. People are trying to blame the wrong governments, because I do know for a fact last year Trudeau himself gave up $1.5 billion just for clean water. Now, the way the acts are written, it doesn't go directly to them.
Yeah.
Somebody gets to decide how much and where and if. So
things messed up. It needs to be, the whole system of that needs to be revamped.
It's not just the government, it's everybody. Everybody needs to start questioning, and it can't just be the indigenous people either, because you need that third party to help push it. But anyways, I digress.
Oh, we getting there. Don't worry.
I'm part Korean. I'm also finding out possibly also Mohawk and Cherokee. But anyways, this person and all I said was, please post the rest of it. Please put in that, it is you have to go read these acts. If you want to know what's going on with the Indigenous of Canada, there's two of them. There's the Indian Act and there's the Nunavut Act. This controls two populations of people, two races.
Yeah.
Okay, now you need to go figure that out. You cannot just blame anybody for one problem. It is a group of people. Now, once the government actually filters that money down and the trustees that are not government officials or even bandsmen, the money goes down now too. And I don't care what race, religion, creed, there's always going to be crooked politicians all the way down the line. So everyone that has their hands in it, it goes missing. Nobody sees it. So by the time it goes where it needs to, nobody has that money. You need to start posting about that so people ask for the accountability. Now, they're too lazy to go read the acts. Okay, fine.
God.
Stop posting about it, please.
I think unless you're educated about it or you are in that community, people need to just shut up about a lot of stuff.
A few days later, he posts again.
Church.
He posts again about it. I don't know. I'm like, dude, I already explained to you, you need to go read these acts. Well, they just need clean water. Well, it's not the government. You need to go read these acts so you know who you need to keep accountable. I'm like, I am currently in school right now, studying these acts, doing essays on these acts, being taught by Indigenous people and my relatives about these acts and these treatments. So all of a sudden I got told I'm calling them stupid. And apparently I don't work or anything to do activism and help. So I turned around and he told me that he felt like he was a slave to the system. So I told him he needs to look at his life choices and adjust his life accordingly. Because if you feel like you're a slave to any fucking system, you're doing something wrong.
People throw the word slave a little too easily. They don't really know what that means.
I don't think it's
time,
but savage.
It's whatever word you want to use. If you feel like you are in a rut of going to work every day at the same job for 20 plus years and you feel like this is a grind, you need to look at your life choices and change your course so you don't feel like you are working. You should be enjoying your life. Work should be second. That's my opinion.
Well, that's where we come down to the universal basic income, guaranteed livable basic income, and that needs to happen. And I don't care. Like, we live in a country where we could afford to give everybody a certain amount of money, so everybody was on it equal.
We live in a country where I can get $2,000 a month. Everybody could have their chemo medicine paid for.
Yeah, I can't get that $2,000 a month though. I'm on disability.
But I'm just saying, we live in a country where this can be afforded to each citizen.
We need to do a whole series on this, David.
I am just letting y'all talk because, it's an interesting conversation, you know what I mean? Because there's so many focal points.
I'm the same as Callie. I feel that we can support better health system.
Canada needs to support it. It just needs to. Completely.
A better, a universal healthcare, better universal just money sharing around. And I don't know why people pay for chemo or insulin.
Well, it just needs to be redistributed. Like, that's just there. And if you look at the tent cities that are building wherever they can, and
go in Hamilton. Go drive downtown Hamilton.
You don't even have to. Niagara Falls has like 3 different tent cities. Like, and that's not something that was ever like the Kimberly Clark building is where my friends and I used to go hang out and drink underneath the bridge. And now, like, it's literally a tent city where people go and they do needle cleanups. Like, we live in a country where this should not happen.
Forget country. We live in a world.
I know, but even like, because the whole world, we can't figure out what's happened in Canada. Our country can take care of ourselves, and it should. Like,
oh hell yeah! I feel the government should be going after these people that made these synthetic drugs that are being pushed everywhere. They should pay a civilization tax, we'll call it.
I think we
because
just got to figure out. We got to the whole system has to be redone. Just in so
what did I
many
say?
other
I saw
cases.
somebody post a meme that said if you make $999 million, anything you make over and above that automatically gets redistributed into the country you live in.
Yeah.
No, but what I heard is
I
that
don't
you
know
also get a dog park named after you,
Yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
totally makes it
What-
worth it. We don't need millions of billionaires. That's for sure.
Oh, it doesn't.
No.
Information doesn't make sense at all if that's the case. I gotta say, as a Canadian and as a very privileged white male, also, where do you suggest we sort of do our research on this stuff? Because I just feel very frustrated as a Canadian when it comes to the issues with sort of the problems Aboriginal communities have been having. And it's really frustrating as an outsider because I just like I'm really frustrated that our school systems have taught us a lot about that, and it really sucks because I'm just a Canadian. I care about everybody in the country, you know, or just like in the different communities. And I'm sure that this other guy, totally ignorant, but this other guy, at least he had that fire that he was upset by the issue. He was ill-informed, it sounds like. But how does someone like like you seem to be quite informed in the subject? What do you think we need to do, and how would we be informed, and how would we what's my part in this? From coming from you.
Are you talking to me or
me?
Yeah, I've
Fallon.
on your name. Pardon me. I've nice bearded man. What was your name again?
Jason J. Asshole, dummy. Take your pick. Just don't call me late. Just don't call me late for dinner because I get.
Jason, do you know of any what's the best foot forward for sort of?
Well,
I feel like a lot of Canadians are on the outside, unfortunately. I don't want to be that way.
Personally, it started with me. Started with me when like my indigenous side is actually a very dark secret through my family tree because of the way history is. But about 20 years ago I started looking into my Indian heritage, and then I started looking into look into your own heritage first, your own family tree, in my opinion, first, and then figure out what makes you you. Because I then found out that my namesake, I'm slowly retracing these lines back. I'm also part Pakistani.
Nice.
And
I'm
that's not to be
Pakistani.
the butt of a joke. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I
No worries.
my
last name actually goes back to a town in Pakistan.
It really does.
And I'm part indigenous, and I'm Scottish, and I'm French.
I know you're indigenous because your daughter told me that, which I didn't even know she was your daughter when she told me that.
Yes, my little pain in my ass. Yes,
And
I love
Zoe
my
is one of the coolest kids ever.
Yes, I love my girls. My girls have been amazing. But then
once you adult now, it's so weird.
Once you figure out your heritage, then you can dig into yourself. You can dig into what brought your family here, where your mixes come in, and then after that you can figure out what you connect to. Like right now, some things triggered me in the last week with the mass graves and whatnot. So my daughters have been bugging me for years, because my oldest, she's going for her master's now in indigenous social work and indigenous care and whatnot. And when she's done that, she's thinking of turning it into her a doctorate. She already has her bachelor's in it, and my other daughter's thinking of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But we've always been quiet. Even my wife and her side, it's the dirty little secret. So we've been trying to.
So even your wife has indigenous roots?
Yes. Yes, we both.
Wow, that's interesting. Can I ask a quick question? Is anybody other than myself involved in the Fort Erie Native Friendship Center?
I haven't reached out yet. I would love to,
They
but I want
are the
to.
best
I
people.
want to finish educating myself first before I go make myself look like an idiot.
No, it's not like that. Let me tell you one thing about this place. I am not Indigenous. I feel very connected to Indigenous people, just the way I feel very connected to the world, the earth. Like I said, I'm on disability. I'm not afraid to admit that anymore because that's not who I am. It's just part of what I'm going through. And you know what? They are an actual place that helped me. They're like I have like a social worker there who doesn't care that I'm not Indigenous, and they help me. They have a mental health program that I get help with, and I'm telling you, that place. If we could just like,
They
let
need
the
more of a
Indigenous
shout out. They need more support. They truly do. It's a
I
me
try.
thing.
But if we could
I've
just
been
let the
so-
Indigenous people be in charge, I think things would get so much better. I think honestly, like the world would come back to where it needs to be, which is nature. And like,
I was asked the question, and I gotta ask you, and forgive my ignorance. Like, how do we get the trails that we walk through these forests and all of that shit?
from the people that were here before us.
yeah,
So settlers and all of that. But who most likely to have carved those trails?
Indigenous.
You know what I mean? Because like,
But to get back to Gravely, like if you want to learn more about Indigenous, there's currently 2 free courses you can take online. One's through the University of Alberta, and actually, and the University of Toronto just opened one up, which is a more intensive one. And
that'd be cool.
You have the link?
These are free?
Not right on me. Yes.
Yeah, but if you send me the link, I'll send it to him.
Yeah, when I get home, I will give it all to you. And you can go. The one from Alberta is actually uses Indigenous bandsmen. I did a short.
Cool.
Like so, they're the Indigenous is teaching you their culture the way they were taught, which is the way I was taught. You know, stories from family
it's not
on.
washed. It's
I'm
like
just learning from him.
And it came back to an argument we had why I got triggered and why I am more vocal. And I've thanked him 1,000 times for it. And we both push each other all the time in all sorts of ways.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you want to learn about it, there is ways to look online. And like Fallon says,
well, that sounds like a really good
reach out to the Friendship Center. Like they are one dish, one spoon. Like they believe we are all the same and we're all equal. And I just love it.
Awesome.
But there's also a dark side to the Indigenous side too. Like I was explaining to David, if I had my card in that and I do have rights to land and I go take it, it's not going to end well for me because I am mixed. And there is
always a dark
that side of it, but there's always a dark side to everything. Like if I'm going to teach one side, I need to teach the other. You need to learn both. I'm not going to show
everything.
Two sides to every coin. Just like there's 2 flavors to this delicious.
Like, could I handle it?
Honestly, it's so worth the heat.
But no, reach out to an Indigenous center. Reach out to like David. He has connections for Black Lives for Justice.
Justice for Black Lives.
Justice for Black Lives. Sorry.
We're having an event tomorrow. Yeah. There's Sherry Darlene is definitely another person to reach out to if you're interested in
She's an amazing person. I had an amazing conversation with her.
Yeah, people of color. You know what I mean?
She's on the anti-racism. She's on the anti-racism, and I'm on the diversity inclusion one for the city.
Yeah.
So big things are happening in this area that used to be very oppressed. Things are
and there's also I'm also trying to bring light to another dark part of
you might be.
There's another thing you can look into too on how the Asians.
Sorry, you froze out for a second. Can you repeat that?
Oh, the dark secret of how Canada treated Asians back then too.
Oh God,
I heard a lot about that too.
Yeah, there's just so much that you can learn, and usually 99.9% Native elders will tell you anything because that's their life is to explain the story of past history so it passes on to the next generation.
But one thing that elders will always tell you is to do your own research too, because there's so much that we haven't been told that even they don't know. So much stuff has been hidden. So much things have been whitewashed. It's disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not just whitewash, also a tribe that's only 100 clicks away had a different history from 100 years ago. Like
Yeah.
they could have been neighbors and never known, and just their parallel lives, the way they lived, are so different, but they were so close. It's amazing. It's just it's.
Where's the bird over there? Oh.
And I'm
Guys,
also starting.
There is a
Yeah.
bird hurt, and I am going to help and go see if it's
Go
okay.
save the
Sally
world,
saves
Sal.
the world. Check her out on Instagram.
Thank you guys. It was a good chat. We'll talk more about the indigenous in this area. I'd love to share more too. Thank you, Jason.
Definitely. All
Bye,
right,
guys.
Fallon. Thank you for jumping on. Take care. Yep, she's gone into.
All I can say is Google is a wonderful thing and a horrible thing.
Yeah, that's why I ask. That's why I ask, because there's a lot of misinformation out there too. So it's pretty easy to
if you want to learn about Indigenous, go read the Indian Act. Google Indian Act. That is what it's still called in Canada.
Yeah, we've been having several conversations about that.
And the Nunavut Act. That's for the Northwest Territories, and that they have their own act up there for the Indigenous up there. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe
it's amazing at what some cultures have been treated and hidden.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's kind of nice with what happened over. Like, I don't mean it bad. Like, tragic events lead to great events.
Tragic events lead to great. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, it was horrible that somebody died on film.
Again.
But the events that came, yes, again, but this time everybody was at home to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it grew out of that to.
That for me is why it's problematic. It's like, why did it take the death of a man?
Yeah.
Another death of a man.
Do I know why?
Because it humanized everybody.
It's human nature.
It humanized everybody, and I get that, but why? It's like, it's almost like, okay, you see that you're gonna get cut, avoid the blade, and you can't avoid the blade, so you have to go for stitches. You know what I mean? And like that whole situation is terrible, right? And the amount of people that were filming, and like, I refuse to give weight to the name of the individual responsible for the atrocity. You know what I mean? So like, we have to look at that and kind of call people into account and hold people accountable, hold these bodies of authority accountable for their power. Like, I don't work in customer service because I don't have the greatest attitude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a good person, but like, when people come at me the wrong way, which they do a lot in customer service, my reaction is very knee-jerk because I feel like I'm being attacked personally. And it doesn't have to be that. It could just be the situation, but just the way the conversation exchanges, I get that way. So it's just like, okay, now let me work somewhere where my individual efforts have a direct effect on the individual outcome. You know what I mean? And like, now I'm getting better at working with people and doing all of that stuff, but there's just so much that goes into like trying to
not rip someone's head off.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, like, I am the size of most professional athletes. You know what I mean? Like,
we are both over 6 foot. We're both over 270 easy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so to know that I have this much mass to me. And my dad always, you know what I mean? My dad always told me it takes a small axe to drop a tall tree. So I humbled myself. You know what I mean? Because a chainsaw is not that big, but it's pretty damn powerful. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that basically reminded me. I was like, okay, someone could take a knife to me. Someone could take a gun to me. So, you know what I mean? You don't know what that person has. So you don't want to go trying your luck just because you're bigger than the person. They might have something up their sleeve that, can drop you quicker. So it's just, go ahead.
I just got to, do you feel like more of a target being the size you are?
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it, because whenever I have an interaction with the police, it's minimum 2 cruisers.
That'd be scary for sure. I can
minimum
see that.
minimum 2 cruisers. And it's something that where I see you, Jay. I know, but like it's something where yeah, where it's like I know even if I'm in the right that I have to walk a different line. Like my I could like I have to go from talking something like this to speaking in a more eloquent and proper manner, because I have to convey such intellects to convince these individuals that I'm not the appropriate individual to approach with hostilities. But you know what I mean? Like most people be like, yeah, what you want? All right, cool. Fuck off. You know what I mean?
I'm very polite and proper except for once. Only once I was actually belligerent with police, but they also had a shotgun to my head for no reason.
I've been belligerent with police on several occasions. I am not gonna lie. More recently out here, I've been on 2 separate occasions. I've been chest to chest with a police officer, and I was challenging their authority and their masculinity because they were trying to intimidate me with their artillery. And I said, okay, put your gun, your badge down, and show me that you're the man that you're trying to be right now. And then he got on my face, and he's on my porch, and he's in my face. And I'm just like, what did you say to me? He was like, put your gun and your badge, put your gun and your badge down, and let's see if you're really the man that you're trying to be right now. Because I know with your badge and your gun, you have a brotherhood. You know what I mean? You have a brotherhood to back you up. But put that heavyweight down and see if we can go toe to toe. And that's, you know what I mean? That's not a smart thing to do. It was before I realized there was something that was wrong with me. You know what I mean? That was part of the realization. Like I was done and I sat down and I'm like, you know, that could have gone completely different. Like you need to.
You know what, David?
Yeah.
I think a lot of police officers, they join just so that they can feel that way. Like to feel like they have this power over people. And I have never done well with police officers either for that reason. And
but here's the funny thing. I have a rule. It's the 1% to 2% rule. There is a lot of good cops out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. But you can tell right away which ones are like the
as soon as they get out of the car. Just the way they get out of the car.
Absolutely. I remember getting shaken down when I was like 17 or something like that. I was just coming back from the falls, and they searched my whole car for weed and like all this sort of stuff. And I don't even know why I was pulled over. And the young cop was swearing at me, and you know, I was just like scared shitless and just like, okay, like, sorry, like, check my whole car, blah, 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 blah. I was in high school, you know, and ever since that, you know, like, I'm a privileged white male, you know, like, I'm like, you know, the lowest, you know, like, as far as people being treated differently, like, I'm the most privileged that way, right? And they still have shaken me in a way, because you still get those power trips officers, and I totally feel you. There's times where I'm just like, wow, I just want to beat the shit out of this guy because he feels like he has that authority. And I have felt that way too, and I've boxed a lot, and I've done stuff like that because I've been a smaller guy most of my life. So I've learned to fight that way. I don't do that shit anymore, but I still have very primal instincts when it comes to things like that. And I imagine being a bigger guy that could rip someone apart that's treating you that way. I totally, I respect that, to be honest.
And me being a white guy, I have a certain look that they don't like either.
Yeah, he looks like a biker. I thought he was a biker when I first saw him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, look at this big biker motherfucker sitting here, and he's looking at the barbecue. I'm like, all right, you know, I'm gonna win him over. I'm gonna give him some jerk chicken. We gonna give this dude some jerk chicken. We gonna win him over.
Little did he know.
Little did I know that was his jab. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was.
Little did he know that this white dude had as much in common with him being with his culture as I do with mine.
Yeah, it was definitely a culture shock. Definitely a culture
Oh,
shock.
there you go.
You
Culture
see it.
shock.
You see it. I
Well,
got it.
I grew up in the projects. I grew up on Jamaican food. I grew up on, everything he raves about I've eaten, and I'm like, oh, we got to do this,
Yep.
and he's like, really?
Like this week,
I
last week, was it last?
I love
Yeah,
jerk
last-
chicken.
We have oxtail at least
Oh
once a
man,
month.
you got to come out one
I love
Saturday.
have you ever had ox tongue tacos?
Yes, ox tongue. Yes.
I
Oh
never thought
my
of that. I never
So
thought of
good.
that.
There's a place in Ottawa that does ox tongue tacos. They're just
There's a couple of places in Ottawa that do like the Jamaican, like the
Wow.
Caribbean twists on a lot of things.
Okay.
Ottawa's a really diverse place like that. Like they take
Oh, yeah.
Toronto downtown food and then bring it to Ottawa, and it's like 5-star.
It really is. I haven't found shawarma that's better than Ottawa. Like I think they've got the best shawarma ever. Like I just haven't found it anywhere.
Shawarma depends really on the background of the person that's making it, because there's like 15 different styles of it. Like you have an Iranian shawarma, you have an Ethiopian shawarma, you know what I mean? Like they all have slightly different taste palettes.
Yeah.
I had one that tasted almost like it was lamb because where the person was from was so close to Greece, so it had that, that Greek flavor.
Yeah,
to it.
Yeah.
And if they're close to India, it has the hints of curry in it.
See, I haven't had too much shawarma. I had there's a shawarma place up the street from my house. I had it one time. It was all right still, but it just
Shawarma's kind of like pizza. Even bad shawarma's okay.
Yeah.
Like there's a great place in the west end of Toronto on Queen Street. I can't remember the name of it, but it was really good Iranian shawarma. Like it had that nice little bit of a curry kick to it. It was really nice.
Yeah.
It really comes down tell the differences is the sauces.
Yeah. I find the times I usually eat it is when I'm slammed, like super drunk. So it usually it's either tastes like amazing or it tastes, honestly, it always tastes amazing when you're drunk.
Yeah, when you're drunk, everything does.
Yeah,
McDonald's tastes like it's fucking Burger Priest.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But,
you can have 3-week-old pizza and go, this is the best pizza of life. You wake up in the morning and you notice there's mold on it.
You feel like crap. But I just remember shawarma in Ottawa being really good. But
oh no, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
I love jerk chicken too.
LG
makes like some of the best
chicken.
Oh, where is LG?
LG is on his way home right now. Let me hit him up. Yeah,
you should have been here last week. We made shepherd's pie with a
with jerk
Caribbean twist.
Style.
It was with jerk and oxtail seasoning.
Yep.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
it was amazing. And then today I made some nice. We did up pork ribs on the barbecue, twice cooked.
Yeah.
Roasted peppers, asparagus. LG next week better be making me my damn dumplings, or I'm gonna beat the boy.
Well, that's the thing. Like we're making meals that don't really go with dumplings. So like
dumpling goes with everything. God damn it.
Yeah, come on. You can put dumplings.
You're not entirely wrong. Still.
Okay. Do you know something? I'm gonna go look for a recipe because there's an Indian dumpling.
We're supposed to have pad thai next week.
Yeah, I know, but there's all. I'm making pad thai. Don't worry.
Okay.
I just hold the trust the process. Trust the process.
I really like the Smokin' Buddha's pad thai in Port Colborne.
I've never eaten there. I want to.
Oh, sweet! I used to work there, but
you got to eat here.
Yeah, they were. But it's really good. It doesn't taste like other pad thais, though. I wouldn't say it's a traditional pad thai. There's just something that I really like about it. I don't know. Like if you're like into a traditional pad thai, I don't know if it totally hits the spot for that. But
does it have that weird acid taste?
No, like I don't like a super sweet pad thai. Like I don't like if you go to Thai Express, it feels
that's
like
not real pad thai.
It just feels like feels like ketchup and noodles or something.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. And then, but anyway, this one's nice. I really like it. It's really fresh. It feels fresh.
No, but there is an indigenous fried bread.
Oh,
I
that's
just got to find the
interesting.
recipe. I'll find the recipe. It's almost pretty close to the fried dumpling.
Okay.
It's
Right
just
on.
it's a beaver tail with bread.
That sounds amazing. I have to apologize. I just went kayaking and I am like super sweaty, and I think I'm gonna go have a shower. And I also lost my phone, so I might have to get a new one pretty shortly.
Oh.
So
Lucky you.
oddly enough, I actually was kayaking last night with my phone, and now it's swimming at the bottom of the lake. So I gotta get another one.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for having me, and I'll definitely tune in again sometime. It's nice to be social.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this is every Saturday. This is our long day.
heck yeah. Usually not much going on these days, so I'll pop in again.
No
All right.
worries.
Sounds good, fam. Appreciate the catch up. You know what I mean? Gravely James is
Yeah.
one of the greatest things to come out of Port Colborne. Whether he gets to
Oh, shut
stomping, you get to romping. I'm telling you.
So what you're saying is we should invite him out for a Saturday.
Oh no, he should definitely come out for a Saturday. That goes without saying. You know, it's just a matter of fitting it in his schedule. So yeah, you know what I mean. Know that you have an open invite to come in on a Saturday, and
I know how to get him here.
Huh?
I know how to get him here.
Okay.
LG jerk chicken.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll make it on a day where LG brings us jerk chicken.
I'll be there. You serve the jerk chicken, I'll be there, man.
All
That's
right.
it.
Oh, we've done jerk
Anyway.
sliders and everything.
Yep.
Oh, shut up.
All
Okay.
right. Do your thing, fam. Do your thing. All right. You click leave at the top of this court, at the top of the screen, and then it brings you up.
All right. Take care, boys.
All right, brother.
Take it easy.
Yep.
Cheers.
What's up? All right. So I'm just trying to get these last 2 minutes in so I can upload this video to Restream. I gotta get them information as to I gotta get them this track so they can fix it or tell me why it's not working.
Which one?
I'm sending them both of them. Stand Together, the one that has good audio, and the first edition.
Either of them. Well, okay. The first anniversary.
Yeah.
The first one I sent you back should work. It's compressed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I can't even play the whole thing right now because when we go out backstage, I'll show you. But for now, I just want to upload it because they told me to upload it, so I'm just gonna upload it to them so they can look at it, tell me what's wrong with it. Because you're right, it should work. I'm not doubting the fact that it should work. It's just not working. So
the only thing that's not in their spec is the audio, but that's never been a problem before.
They need to increase the size of the video you can upload.
I was reading their stuff. Well, yeah, the 150 megs is horrible.
Like, what is 150 megabytes for a video? Come on, bro. Sorry, Restream. It's true though. Either way.
But we can have as big as of a video we want, like picture size. We can have the 15,000 bit rate, but we had to make it down to 150 megabytes.
Yeah, that kind of.
I would love at least 300. That would be awesome.
300 would at least be decent. You wouldn't have to bounce something down 13 times to get it playable. You know what I mean? Like, and Handbrake, I mean, it's a hell of a tool. Don't get me wrong. Like, we worked with it. Like, you know what I mean? And before I sent it to you, I compressed it 5 times.
Yeah,
so
I need to do some stuff that.
I don't know. Hopefully, they can tell us if it's us doing something wrong or what.
That's why I'm uploading the footage to them, so they can tell me if it's something to do with the frame rate or the kilobits or something like. And that's the thing. Like, I want to say to my team, you know what I mean? When there's a problem, you got to work towards a solution. Don't just sit there and complain, oh, there's a problem, there's a problem, there's a problem. No, For every problem, there's a solution. So when you get that problem, you got to figure out yourself, what is that problem and how can I solve it? Like, for example, how can I get the link to this folder so I can send it? Video. Get link. Never mind. I found it. See, sometimes all you got to do is ask the question out loud.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes your wife just looks at you like you're crazy.
Sometimes. All
Mine
right.
does it a
So we
lot.
got this here. I'm going to send this link to here. We had a great conversation with Gravely James. Fally Fowl was in the building. You know what I mean? Here is the drive link to the video restream. Here you go. .io. Woo, man. So tomorrow, tune in to us on whatever channel you can get to.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm going through my Facebook because I was looking for that link for you to send to, what's his name?
Okay.
But I was going to ask Fallon if she saw on my wall the church in Mount Forest that has the Pride rainbow on its front steps. I figured she'd think that's cool that it's an actual church that has.
You see, I guess that's something else that has to happen. Maybe the causes should unite, because one cause starts and then another cause kind of
but look at
overlaps
that.
and makes you forget one cause, and then that other one overlaps.
but
It's like, oh, look at me, and then that overlaps and it kind of takes
Yeah,
away
but look at
from
this. This is a
each
church
individual thing.
in rural
The-
Canada.
Your screen is not showing on mine, so
It
I
is
don't know if
here.
they can actually
It
see
is
that.
on mine. It is on mine. You may have to restart, reboot. But this is up in Mount Forest, Ontario. This is in rural Canada. This is a church with pride colors on the steps. Like, that's great. That's amazing. Like, I think that is amazing. And I was just wondering if she saw it or not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's it might not seem much to some people. It may bother people. I really don't care, but it's, you know, it's recognition, the right step.
True it is.
Oh, and I have another link you might want to see on my wall.
It's just a matter of, like I said, not like focusing attention on the solution to the problem. And that is
A brief history of reggae in Toronto.
Excellent. Well, I guess we will get to that at some point. Man. So yeah. Oof. It has been quite a day, and I'm figuring, since I have another one tomorrow, starting early at 12 p.m., where we're going to feature several personalities of the community, including but not limited to Sherry Darlene, Fallon Shaw, Tanya Vividly, Summer Sales, Bonnie Hamilton, yours truly, Marcus Black, Angel, Allison. We're gonna have Big Joe, LG in the building, Ezra, Johnny, SBE, and more. We got the man Lushy Bantan headlining the evening, along with Ballsy Blackhawk, T.O.P. the only poet.
Look up.
Yeah, and company, all on. You know what I mean? This stream, catch us on Linktree / Expose the North. That's linktr.ee/expose the North, all one word. We're gonna be doing our thing. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna have performances. What are we doing for food? I think we're doing something for food. I don't know what we're doing for food, but like, we're doing something for food. We're gonna have remote viewers and participants. We got some video clips from the event. It's gonna be a celebration for the nation who has lost their patience but are still patiently waiting to make it. You got anything else to say?
I don't know. The way I look at it right now, I think more people need to start looking inward and start recognizing what's going on around them and actually do some research about it all. Be kind to everybody. Realize just because your shoes are different than somebody else doesn't mean you both don't walk the same way.
Yeah.
Was that a little too deep?
No, no, no. I was just looking at this folder and deciding whether or not I wanted to delete it because it's been here since 2015, and like I don't know if it. No, I'm just gonna delete it. It's just holding up space.
But like our guest earlier asked how he could look into. You just got to go out and start looking at your own heritage first and see how it branches out.
Yep.
You'll figure out that everybody's connected somehow.
Yep. Yep. In some way, shape, or form, and everybody has contributed to the well-being of society in some way, shape, or form. So, like,
Let it be the positive or the negative. It's all shaped what people are today.
yeah.
That's what I said.
Definitely.
I'm not just looking into one part of my heritage. I look at the dark side and the bright side, so that way I can get a better understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not going to say that my heritage was perfect. One side of my heritage directly linked to the East Indian Trading Company, which was, one of the starting powers of the slave trade in all of the world.
Mm.
But that's a dark side of my heritage where you can learn from it. You can't eliminate it, but you can at least learn from it.
Indeed. Indeed. I'm just looking through my folders and realizing where all of this extra weight in my inbox is.
No worries.
So,
But
but
if
yeah.
anybody wants to get in contact with anything from Justice for Black Lives is with you, or I can get them in contact with you. You can contact me. If you want to know more about the Indigenous community, you can get a hold of me or David, and we'll point you in the right directions. It's not a hard thing to do. Asking questions is easy. Accepting the right answer is hard.
Yeah. Because it doesn't always line up with what you believe.
Or been told.
Yeah. Like Canadian history has been bastardized.
I believe Fallon said at one point whitewashed.
Yeah. 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 Whitewashed. Whitewashed with bastardizations. Yeah. It's just crazy.
Like
It's crazy. How do you? It's
it's
like, how do you live in a house and I come to your house and say, "Hey, I found this house." Like, didn't you have the house before I had the house? Does that make how can I find the house that belongs to somebody else and claim ownership to that house? I don't understand that shit, bro. I don't understand
also
that shit.
get out and go around your community. There is so much history within your own community that people don't even know is in their backyard.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls is full of Black heritage, Indigenous heritage. I believe there's also some Asian heritage around here too, as well, that dates back to 300 years. It's just get out and explore your community, learn about it.
Hmm.
It's easier to know where you're going when you know where you've been.
Bitch. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I hit him.
Over here.
I got him. He got a little phased.
He's over here. There he is. Right above you. Against the wall.
Can't even see him. There goes the headphones. All right. It's all good.
But everyone be kind to each other. Learn. Listen.
Yeah. Be considerate, be compassionate, and just, be the person you want to meet. That being said, for Fabric, who's flashing with the flare and rocking that title over there, DUI, Gravely James, DJ Fally Fouls, this is the Block Stand. Bless up. We out.